Hey everyone, welcome back to the Golden Nuggets podcast. We represent you the Podium episode 3. Today, with me, I have Ame by my side, and our special guest today is a counselor, a parenting coach. We have the founder of MB Therapy Services. We represent you, Madinah. Thank you for being with us.
Hello, everyone.
So, Madinah, for the listeners that don't know you, can you share who you are and also what do you do exactly?
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Madinah. So as you introduced, I'm a counselor and a parenting coach and also a special needs specialist. So what I do is I help families, with at least one kid. So I help families with their mental health concerns, counseling for any issues, parenting, to help parents with parenting issues, parenting strategies, to help them with parenting their child. And for special need, I do education for the kids as well as I work with the parents and the kids for any special needs concern. For example, if they need, like you have an ADHD kid, you need to know how to handle the ADHD kid. For example, what do you need in the home? But how can you help the parent work with the child? Okay, so I come together and I work with the parents and the child on how they can handle the ADHD at home, for example.
Okay.
Interesting.
Wow. A bit about your background. Previously, what do you study for you to eventually become qualified as a counsellor?
Okay, so I have a master's in counselling, which I did 8 years ago. Something like around 2017, 2018, about 6-7 years ago.
Which school was that?
Monash University.
Australia.
Yes. I did my studies here. So I was Monash University. So now I'm getting I'm a provisional license in counselling with SAC, Singapore Association of Counselling.
Okay.
So I'm working to become a registered counsellor.
I see. Yes. Okay. What sparked the interest for you to be in this field?
Yeah.
Okay. So for counselling is something I always wanted to do when I was young.
Okay.
So I've seen counsellors. So I wanted to help people. So that is a young time dream.
Yeah.
So I knew I wanted to be a counsellor at 13 years old.
Okay.
13, sec
Yes.
1.
Was there anything that happened that made you decide you want to be a counselor?
I wanted to help people. Then I saw this person be a counsellor and help others. So I got inspired and I decided at that age that I'm going to be a counsellor and I worked towards that. So that was something. And I was passionate about mental health. So for a parenting coach, special needs came because after I finished my degree in psychology, I entered to work as a special needs teacher. As I was doing that, I found my passion for that. And then while I was teaching special needs, I did my master's in counselling and become a certified counsellor.
Okay.
So how parenting coach came was because when I became a parent 2 years ago, I went through postpartum depression. Because I was a trained counsellor, I knew the signs. So I went to get help for myself. And then I decided, you know what? I need to help others as well. I need to help other parents. So I also decided, okay. And as I was parenting, I realized that, I'm getting frustrated. I am yelling at my child. I don't want to do that. So I went and got certified with Jai Institute to become a parenting coach.
Okay.
So, and then that's how the whole parenting journey started. And then I decided, you know what? I don't want to just work for another person. I want to help other people. So I'm going to start my own company because I want to spend more time with my child.
Okay.
Of course.
I want to be flexible. When my child is growing up, and if I have more children and all that, I want to have more time. So I decided I'm going to start my own company and I'm going to help others. That's how the whole journey started.
I see. Okay. For those who don't know, what are the telltale signs of postpartum depression? And maybe for those who don't know also, what exactly is postpartum depression?
So postpartum depression is depression after you give birth.
Okay.
So usually even in hospitals, they'll ask you for signs. So if you have had depression before, you have high chances of getting it. Even if you never had before, you have chances of getting it. So like they'll call it baby blues. Baby blues will go away after a month or so. Like you'll feel like everything is down, everything is like you're feeling down, you don't feel like getting up, you feel so many things in your head. But for postpartum, it can happen even up to 1 year or more than that. Okay, so for me, it happened around 4 months when I was left alone with my baby. So there are a lot of signs. So for me, one of the major signs was I was feeling down. I was sleep deprived.
Okay.
I didn't have much. I had help once in a while, but mostly I was alone taking care. I didn't really go out much. I didn't have a social life. So I used to be a career person, and then suddenly I'm with a baby.
It changes.
It changes, right? And then I was, because this was the scary part. I was holding my baby, and I thought of like, what will happen if I jump down with her?
Really?
Yeah. So and then that hit me, and I was like, okay, this is not good. I need to seek help.
Yeah.
So I went to seek help. So that's why I realized how powerful, how dangerous. If it's, so many people are going through it, but previously a lot of people went through it, but they all kept it to themselves because it was a taboo.
Yeah.
But now people, even hospitals are recognizing it, and people are coming forward to help. It's a serious thing.
Yeah.
Imagine holding a baby and you want to jump down.
Yeah.
Right. So it was a very scary experience for me. So there are a lot of signs, so like sleep deprivation. You don't feel like doing anything. When your baby comes to you, you feel like I don't want the baby anymore. Or sometimes some people feel like I want the baby all the time. Or they feel lonely. They feel like there's no help.
Yeah.
Depression can also mean like you lost interest in what you want to do.
Wow.
You have no energy to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Fatigue,
You're fatigued. You feel very tired. Or you
But-
feel tired all the time.
But isn't it normal when you have a newborn and then you feel fatigue, you get sleep deprived?
Exactly.
Because,
So it's very difficult to differentiate.
yeah.
Because you're already feeling that, right? Because you're sleep deprived,
Yeah.
you're already not coming out of bed. You feel because you think it's normal because you just got a newborn baby, right?
Yeah.
But then the thing is, at 4 months, by 4 months you should have recovered to a certain extent.
Okay.
Even if you're tired, you still be able to do everything, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes people who are depressed will still do normal things, but they feel like everything is going down. They feel like life has no meaning. There's so
Okay.
many thoughts in their head.
Subconsciously.
Correct. And depression can be different for everybody.
Okay.
Like I can be smiling at you, but I'm going through a depression.
Yeah.
Wow.
No one will know. It's very hard to know. Many comedians have committed suicide. Then you're like, hey, how come he's committed suicide? He had depression.
Yeah.
But he's such a funny guy.
Yeah.
Like Robin
Wonderful.
Williams.
Williams,
Yes. All these famous people. Then you realize, So sometimes there are signs, sometimes they are not. So it's just that, and a lot of people, it's a taboo, it's a stigma in Singapore.
Yes.
In a lot of places, but especially Asian country like Singapore,
Yeah.
people find it hard to seek help. And postpartum depression is now it's becoming like people are getting more aware.
Yes.
People are looking out for it, but even then, not a lot of people are coming forward to seek help.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I heard. I don't know whether it's true. There are people who actually do not face postpartum depression until like maybe even after 1 year or even after 2 years.
Yes, it is possible. I don't know whether it will still be classified under postpartum or it could be just depression.
Okay.
It can be both, but it could be, like I said, because sometimes you may not feel it immediately. Maybe after 1 year, you feel like things have changed because you're a new mom.
Yeah.
Oh, the routine.
The routine has changed. Maybe you're doing very well in your career. Suddenly you're staying at home,
Yeah.
or you have to take a lot of MC. You can't progress in your career.
Yeah.
All these can make you feel down. And because you're so many things are going on with a baby, especially a newborn and all, so many things, right?
Yeah.
New things are happening. You sometimes may not even realize something is wrong. Like for me, I didn't realize until the 4th month. I thought everything was fine. It was a routine.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and postpartum depression gets very bad. Suicidal ideation comes in.
Yes.
And sometimes, there are stories of a mother jumped with a child. Why? Because no one helped her. Postpartum depression was so much. Suicidal ideation came in, and then she made that decision. There's so many things like that. So there's even stories of like a father brought two of his sons, autistic sons, and just killed them. There was a recent story, right? Yeah, it's all because he couldn't handle it. The child was special needs. They couldn't handle the pressure. Parents couldn't handle the mental stress. Because as a caregiver also, it's tiring. You have stress. So many things are going on. So all this, causes people to just break down
Okay.
when they don't receive the help.
I mean, you touch a point about the father issue, right? So can the male also face postpartum depression
Okay.
when they never go through partum?
So there's studies about it. I don't know whether they call it postpartum. I can't remember. Yeah, I think they do, but I can't remember. But there are men who actually also go through something like that because it's new to them, right?
Yeah. Experience.
Correct. But the thing is, men don't come forward as much. Because women are more willing to come forward and seek help or talk about it, whereas men feel that I'm the man of the house, or there's this, the old thinking that that men should be strong, men cannot cry, men should hold the family together. So because of that, they don't come forth as much as women. So the studies are like lesser, but there are cases of men feeling that also. They are exploring it right now. So there are men who also go through like postpartum depression, or they feel like things are not going well. So that's why sometimes when a baby is born, especially a first baby, the first 2 years is very crucial. There'll be a lot of fights, or some couples really, there'll be a lot of unhappiness. Yeah, so all this could be also sign that either the male or female is going through something, or there's so too many changes. So all this causes issue as well. So it can affect your mental health, it can affect your self-esteem, it can affect a lot of things.
Okay. There are instances where because of postpartum depression, and then both the husband and wife will fight a lot, right?
Yes.
Has there been to a point where they decide not to talk each other and then end of the marriage as a whole?
Yes. So there are cases of families, like I told you, the first 1 to 2 years breaking off because it could be postpartum depression, or it could be just because they are fighting a lot. The stress, the stress of parenthood. One is and there be even a case of a wife with postpartum depression. It was too much for her that she just started hitting the husband.
Oh.
But she was not getting the help she needed, you see. So she was so frustrated with the child, she started hitting the husband, abusing the husband in a way.
That's bad.
Yeah, so, but she needed the help and she couldn't get the help, right?
Yeah.
So it got so bad to the point of, so the husband had to seek help for the wife. Then they realized, she was going through postpartum depression, and that's why she was acting in that way. Sometimes it's not just postpartum depression; it's just too many changes.
Yes.
Sleep deprivation and all that going on. So you need support, but they may not be having the support. They all have to go to work, come back, then have to child relief. The wife is tired, husband is tired, the child is cranky, everyone is tired.
Yeah.
So that causes issues as well, right?
They get annoyed easily.
Correct. So it's not their fault. It's the situation. But because they do not have the skills, the parenting skills or the skills to work together, what happens? That's when everything falls apart. So their marriage gets affected.
Okay.
Yes.
Just now you mentioned this a few times, seek help. But how do people know where exactly to seek help? This is my point of view. If I have a mental issue, I think the one that makes sense is for me to go IMH. Okay. Is that the only institution that I can go to, or
no?
Where else can I actually seek help?
So firstly, in corporate companies, they have this thing called EAP support.
Okay.
So most corporate companies have this EAP support. EAP support is Employee Assistance Program, where they actually refer you to counsellors or whoever you need, and it's covered by a company.
Okay.
Supported.
Yes. But they will give you only certain sessions. So for example, 5 or 6 sessions. That's about it. Okay. But then after the 5 or 6 sessions, then if you want to continue, you either pay for it on your own or so on. Then there are also, other than IMISH, there are also other places where they offer affordable counselling, affordable therapy, coaching and all that. You can actually, there's a whole list. If you Google it, you can actually find a whole list. I can't remember. Is it under health? Is it the Healthline help, or can't remember the name now? He suddenly asked me. But there's actually I can share with you later if you want. So there are actually resources online. Okay. If you Google, you can find for free resources online. They even have free chat box. They have a free resources where you can get affordable or free counselling services for those families who can't. So there are resources online. There's even a list of resources.
Okay.
The government has given that you can go and see who you want to seek help with. What is the issue? Who you can go to? Or you can always go to Google search or go IG and Facebook. A lot of mental health counselors are on IG and Facebook right now. And you can just approach one of them and you can talk to them and say, do you think will you be able to help me out? But always first go to your company first, because your company will have counsellors who registered counsellors under them or verified. So that's one way you can find. I also do EAP support. So I have clients who are from EAP support as well. A lot of moms and dads and a lot of people. So I work through EAP as well. So that's one way you can find out. Another way is Googling. There are a lot of free resources online.
Okay. Yes. Another concern is also the cost. Is it expensive to seek help?
Like I said, there are affordable courses, affordable counselling. There are also, for example, if I'm doing private, I have to also feed my family, so I have to charge the market price.
Definitely.
I can't be. So, but they also have to understand, if you're willing to pay for your physical health, you're willing to go to a private doctor and pay for physical health, why aren't you willing to take care of your mental health?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
The same thing. And, and we are also we understand your concern. We are willing to also adjust to a certain level. No, we are willing to understand. We are also willing to offer you alternatives. But if you can't work with a private clinician, you can always go to the affordable, like you can always approach hospitals. They have affordable counselors, or like I said, when you Google, there's actually cheaper alternatives.
Okay,
There are many places that offer affordable counselling or free counselling.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can actually find them out as well. So yeah, like even the EAP program is sponsored by a company.
Yeah.
So you also don't have to pay for those. So you can actually utilize those as well. So there are many options out there for people to seek help and to find resources.
Okay. So we talk a bit about business, all right? MB Therapy Services, when did you start the business, and why do you decide to eventually start your own firm or business as well?
Okay. I actually officially started it last year, but I only started working on it fully this year.
Okay.
So I officially started it last year. But I've been thinking about it ever since I became a mom. Like, firstly, I wanted to help others, other parents, other families. And that has been going on in my mind for some time. But when I became a mom, I realized that, hey, there's a lot of knowledge I have. I want to share. And also I want to spend more time with my own child.
Yeah.
So I decided, okay, let's do this. Let's just start my business and go ahead and just help others. That way I have a bit more flexibility with my own family. At the same time, I can help others as well. Without relying on someone else to tell me when I can take leave or something like that. So this gives me the flexibility to be a mom, a mompreneur basically. So mom and entrepreneur. Yes.
Okay. Cool. So in the past 1 year or perhaps half a year, was there any challenges that you face?
Oh, many. So the reason why this year I became more active is because I couldn't get clients.
Okay.
It was very, very hard for me. I was posting every day. I was so fatigued, and I was listening to so many advices. So this year I decided, you know what, I'm going to go all for it. So first, I had a few opportunities, the EAP and all that. So that slowly came in. I think my online presence helped as well. And then eventually I started seeing if I can have collaborations. So I started talking to other people, and then I just liking their posts, sharing with them, like collaborating like this. So that's how, and then I think I reached out to more people. So slowly I started building a clientele.
Nice.
Yeah, so slowly. So that's how I'm slowly building my clientele this year. So I think the challenge was getting clients for me.
Okay.
And then trying to balance everything, being a mom and a working mom and doing my business. But I think now this year I've gotten the hang of it. So right now I'm like juggling everything. I'm doing quite okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah, that's right. The EAP that you mentioned, so that means the company have this service where they actually refer their staff to you, but the company will be paying you.
Yes, so they actually through a third party. So they will refer to a third party. They are the one who handles. They will refer them to me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I work with the third party. So all the Singapore companies will go to them. They will let them know there's a service available. Please call this number. So they will call the helpline and they will refer them to. They have a few list of counselors in Singapore. Then if they chose me, then they will refer them to me.
Okay. I mean, that is at least an additional revenue for you.
Correct.
Yep.
That's right. So I also do like training with Red Cross as well on mental health, psychological first aid.
Okay.
So it's about basically anyone on how to help someone who's having a mental crisis, like guiding them to the right resources and so on. So I do training on that as well.
Okay, that's interesting.
Cool. Ami owns a first aid training company.
Yeah.
If you need mental first aid, let me know. I can do courses for you.
Yeah, you guys can collab.
We can do collaboration. We can talk off cast.
Yes.
Yeah. So you also will be having the transformative parenting program.
Yes, that's right. So now in the next 3 months, so my aim is to launch a transformative parenting program. So this is a program I went through as a parent, then as a coach.
Okay.
So it's by Jai Institute. It's a famous American institute. So what happens is basically it's transforming you as a parent. From you maybe yelling at your child, or maybe you are not communicating with your child as you want to, or you struggle to connect with your child.
Yeah.
This program is really science based.
Okay.
It is really it's really transformative. I found the changes in it myself.
Okay.
And then
with your relationship with your daughter also.
It's like I felt like I connected with her more.
Okay.
So it's like from yelling to connection.
Yeah.
So I feel like that doesn't mean I don't yell. I'm a human.
Yeah.
We all are human. But
Yeah.
when I yell now, I know what to do. Or I know how to reflect back.
Okay.
So it's more of like gentle parenting, but in a way that I'm also reflective of what's happening. I understand my daughter better. So I understand what is going on with her. Understand why she's reacting in this way. For example, if she's throwing a tantrum, why is she throwing a tantrum? I'm able to understand.
Right.
I'm able to process that and react appropriately. Then talk to her. I don't just start shouting at her or I don't start lecturing her.
Yeah.
That's not the right time because their brain cannot process that. So I understand that. So learning all that made a huge transformation. Yeah, so this is a 12 weeks program where I do one-on-one coaching, either with just one parent or both parents, ideally.
Okay.
And then I actually guide them through. They will be given short videos and a workbook. So they see that video, then they do that workbook, and then when they come together, then I guide them through the process
Okay.
and answer their questions. Okay, each week there's a different module. Like anger management, interpreting play, effective communication, and so on. So then I will guide them through those modules, and then within these 12 months, you can definitely see a change.
12 weeks.
12 weeks.
Okay.
But you can definitely see a change in yourself and your child.
Okay.
Right.
And this program that you have, is it like via Zoom or is it a physical class?
Okay, it's going to be online. So it's going to be one-on-one coaching online. So you can just attend it anytime, whenever you are free.
Okay.
So it's easy. You don't have to come down anywhere, and you can just book an appointment. Like you can book with me, and then you can just go online and do this program.
Oh, okay. So that means when they register for this program, they will book the time slot on when exactly they can attend for the week itself.
Correct. So usually I
For
will
the 12 weeks.
I will get on a short discussion call with them before the actual session and discuss what is the best time for you, when would you like, and then I will go on that call with them, and then we will book. Every week we'll book the call. So I'm quite flexible.
Okay.
So when we go this week, let's say you can't make it on the same time this week, I'm flexible.
Okay.
Right.
Who do you think are the ones who can benefit most from this program?
So this one is for basically parents. Any parents, as long as you are a parent, and you are struggling, or you feel like your child, you can, for example, you're struggling to communicate with your child, or you feel like you need additional support in your parenting journey. Like there's always something to learn, right?
Yeah.
There's always something to improve upon. You want to improve upon your parenting communication, then come for this. But if you are going through your own issues, like your own mental health issues, or you're struggling because of your own other issues, then I would suggest you come on a free call with me first. Then we can decide whether you need counselling or parenting coaching.
Oh, because it's different.
It's different because some parents, they think they need parenting coaching, but actually they need counselling.
For themselves.
Yes, because they have their own trauma, generational trauma, we
Yeah.
call it. That means from their parents or from them, their own self, and it has affected their mental health. So for these parents, the parenting coaching can help, yes, definitely. But they also need to address their generational trauma, their mental health. So I would suggest a combination of both.
Right.
Sometimes it's a combination of both. Sometimes counselling first, then parent coaching.
Okay.
You address your needs first before you do parent. So that's why I usually will offer a free call before to decide which one is the right one for you. Whether do you need counselling or do you need parent coaching?
Okay. This is a curious question. Do you think grandparents also will require such service?
Actually, this program, right? They also open for grandparents.
Really?
Yes, why not?
Because they are already seasoned parents, I would say.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
but
Yeah,
there's
but-
always things to learn. Okay, the thing is, like, remember I just now said generational trauma. Who does it come from? Our parents.
Yeah,
The
parents.
thing is, our parents did the best they can.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean they were the best.
Yeah.
They have made their mistakes. They have made. I mean, we also make mistakes, right? No one is
Yeah.
perfect. So there are always things to learn. And right now, parenting has changed.
Yeah.
Like right now we have so many digital tools. How to
Yeah.
manage that?
Screen time.
All right, how to manage that? And parenting is now more hands-on than before.
Yeah.
Before is you play, I just do my work.
Yes.
Now it's not like
You
that.
keep them quiet.
Now you have to play with them, right?
Correct.
You have to do things with them, or you get them to be part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So parenting has changed, has evolved. Parenting will always evolve. Like during our children time, parenting will be different.
Yes.
So, and we have to adapt to this. So why not? Grandparents can learn also, especially if they are the primary caregiver. It's good for them to learn also.
Maybe I can tell my mother-in-law.
There's the same plan for me. That's why I'm asking.
You all attend as a family.
Yeah. I think
I
it's
charge
important.
family price for you.
Yeah, I think it's important because like for me, my own parents, right? My mom have seen 5 grandchildren before my own firstborn, because my brother have 5 kids, and I can see as time goes by, get agitated easily, and then like the effort that she take as compared to the first grandchild,
Different.
it's very different. And I know the fatigue is there, the tiredness is there, and maybe they are just sick of taking care of kids, But the thing is, I'm not too sure if it's actually fair for like my brother, my sister-in-law, or even their kids. Yeah, and for me, because I've seen that, that's the reason why I try to pull back, because I'm afraid that it will affect my parents more if I were to let them take care of my kids.
Yeah, so like it's similar to us, right? The more children we have, the more tired we get and all that. So as they are grandparents, they are also older.
Yeah.
They have already done their fair share of parenting also, right? So even I don't put the major parenting on my parents. They are there to support me, yes, but the major parenting comes with me as a parent. But of course, they will support me when I need help and all that. So the major parenting needs to be done with the parents, but it's good for the grandparents to know some of the things the parents are trying. Because sometimes what happens is grandparents tend to instill their values.
It's different from us, right?
Correct. So and that's when the problem comes. And when, like for example, like my parents have the habit of saying, "Hey, you're naughty girl or you good girl."
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say that.
Yeah.
You're not. It's not a good thing. It makes the child feel like, "Oh, I'm a naughty girl or I'm a good girl." Like it's more of external praising, but it should be coming from internal. So, but these are things they're used to.
Yeah.
Even in school they will tell you like that. My daughter that day was telling me, "You are a naughty girl." I say, why am I a naughty girl? You can't say that. I told her, so something like that. Like, so it's because other people say it. So these are things they need to change. Like I also tell my parents, don't say naughty girl, don't say good girl. Praise her efforts, but not, don't use the word. So these are things that small, minute things, but can make a lot of difference.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes we don't realize that whatever we say can mean a lot.
Yes.
to them.
And can affect them for years.
Or for their lifetime, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, like today I had a client, so I was thinking about it, her childhood. So what you do can definitely affect you even as an adult. And I have many clients who are like that. A lot of it comes from their childhood.
And in this program, if let's say, if I want to join and I want to bring my mother-in-law as an example, will you also in a way kind of like counsel us first to make sure we know each other's boundaries?
Okay. That will be a total different category. That'll be family counselling.
Yeah, because it needs to be separate, right?
Yes,
it
because
cannot be together.
Parent coaching is targeted at the parenting strategy and the skills. A specific curriculum to follow, that which can be tweaked a bit. Like I said, if it's beyond that, if it's your values are clashing, it will go into counselling. Because that is going to clash. Your family values are clashing. Your values as parents or grandparents are clashing. So that will come under family counselling.
Okay.
So two total different, two different things. That's why I say you have to get on a call with me. I can see what you need. So if let's say you just want the parenting coaching, yes. But if I feel that you need more, then I'll let you know. Maybe you do this first before you can explore parenting coaching. Because parenting coaching means you need to be a certain level, stable in a certain way before you can embark on it. I mean, you can, obviously, no one is perfect. You can have generation trauma and all that, but you need to be, the parent coaching is more about strategies, moving on and so on, exploring yourself and all that.
Okay.
But for counseling, you can explore so many things. Like it's opening a can of worms. There's a lot. You can go very deep into your childhood. You can go so many things. Yeah. So counseling can explore a lot of things. Parent coaching is focused on parenting. Yes. So that's why it's important. And for like special needs support, it's focused on special needs support. Special needs kids and the parents only.
Okay.
So that's why it's important to know what you need. So you get on a call with me. For example, if you come and told me, I'll tell you go counseling first.
Okay.
But if you just want you yourself to learn parenting, that's fine. That's two different things. So it depends on what you need and what you want.
Okay. So how can the listeners find out more about the Transformative Parenting Program?
Okay, so they can follow me on Instagram
Okay.
at Flourish with Madinah. Okay, so you can follow me, and then I'll be posting more about the program in the upcoming weeks. So then they can follow. If they're parents, they can actually join my free WhatsApp parents WhatsApp support group.
Okay.
Okay, it's called Parent Circle. support group. I can share the link with you.
Yeah.
So I post about this program and any upcoming parenting program I do. And I also offer like a free parent circle session. So this free parent circle is actually a monthly free, like 1 hour topic discussion on different topics. So me and I collaborate with another person, Lita Advocates. So what we do is we come up with different topics like, for example, effective communication with your child, digital tools and how to manage them, mental health and parenting, something like that. So we talk about all this and we just like how you're doing a podcast, we'll get on a Zoom call and then we just discuss, share our tips, our strategies and listen to the parents. Share their concerns, listen to them. So it's basically like a support group.
Okay.
Nice.
And it's free.
It's free.
Yes. So if you're interested, you can join the group. It's free. You can get to meet other parents. You can get to learn from them, and at the same time, you learn about my program and other upcoming programs. So we have workshops and everything planned for the year or the next year. So you can learn about it when you join the free WhatsApp support group.
Cool. I saw the links in your Instagram.
Yes.
So they can just go to your
Correct.
Instagram and
Yes.
then click on the links.
Correct.
Okay.
That's right.
There's C2C, there's parent circle session,
Yes.
and also coffee chat.
Correct. Coffee chat is for the free chat with me.
Okay.
The C2C is the WhatsApp support group.
Okay.
And the parent circle is every month when we have a parent circle session, I will update it with the link and everything. Yes, so there are 3 different things. Yes.
I see.
Okay.
All right. I think that wraps up for this particular
Yes.
session for the podium. And we would like to thank Madinah for your time with us. We appreciate your time for sharing the 30 minutes is
Yes.
filled with nuggets.
Yes,
and of
we
course,
learn a
people
lot.
Yeah, as parents, of course, I think it's not enough 30 minutes. Definitely, we can, of course, hear. If you guys want to, learn from Madinah, and especially if you are parents, things that you are encountering and struggling.
Yes.
Because subconsciously you don't know that you have a problem.
Yes.
Speak to Madinah.
Yes.
And then this is something which she can value add into you learning new things, of course, with you and your kids. So with that, thank you so much, guys, for listening to the Podium from the Golden Nuggets podcast. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.